There we go. Hello, Ian. Are you still live there, Choco?
Hello, you know what? I was muted, talking to myself. I always do that.
It
I always do
happens.
that. But anyway, it does. It really does. Anyway, welcome all our viewers to round four of Back to the Basics GT4 series. Today, well, I'm your host, Choco2225, and today we have a special guest, Miss Tasha. Miss
Miss
Tasha,
Tasha, the
she
crazy
is
birch.
the crazy birch. Miss Tasha, the crazy birch. She is new to the league. I believe you're coming from F1 series, correct?
I'm not. I'm coming
GT.
from GT7, and I just upgraded to PS5, so now I'm dipping my toes into ACC.
Welcome, well, welcome to IRL first of all. But this is a collaboration. This series is a great collaboration between our league, IRL, and ACC consoles. So we got to give a big shout out to ACC consoles and a big shout out to the one who made it happen, the owner of ACC consoles, Bruh Epic. So big shout out to both Bruh and ACC consoles for making this happen, and a big shout out. We gotta give a big shout out to those guys overseas right now. That is like at zero dark 30. Right now they're up to compete to race for the championship because to them this means a lot. So and it's been a crazy one, man. It's been a very good series thus far, Miss Tasha. It's been very crazy. So far, these guys have been competing and it's been battles from front to back throughout the whole damn race, man. And today I don't expect anything less because we're gonna see 30 minutes of pure adrenaline GT4 action. And what are your feelings on the GT4 class? Have you ever even jumped on the GT4 classes
I
in the
have not.
DT7 category?
I have not jumped into the GT4 yet on here. I'm highly in love with the Group 3 GT3 cars, and I like them a little squirrely, so I'm driving the Lamborghini. And I'm very curious to see how different the lines and the braking zones are for the Group GT4 cars.
I tell you what, this if you really want to learn sim racing, GT4 is the way to go, especially making that switch from GT. At least I'm only speaking from my experience, but making that jump because I did make the jump from GT myself to ACC, and I tell you what, my mistake was I did not jump on GT4 like I should at first. It teaches you everything from the brake rate because everything is different. The braking points are different. The cars react differently. So yes, it is two different machines. But nonetheless, the GT4 class is, to me, in my experience, and I can probably speak for the most of us in sim racing, that GT4 is probably the class you want to learn a lot about sim racing, and especially ACC platform.
So,
Because
a big question here is how differently do the curves treat you in GT4 than GT3? Because in GT7, the whole goal is to abuse the curves as much as you can. There's a few sausages you can even straddle sometimes. But I noticed when I started in ACC, there's so many curves you just can't touch in the GT3 cars without it throwing your car up, like sending it to space almost.
yeah, I say a lot of it is because the physics that is involved in ACC, it pretty much forces you to have a proper setup on your car. Not only that, but to drive the car as it should be driven. So physics has a lot to do with the difference between GT7 and ACC, and not respecting the physics in ACC will you'll learn very quick. Like me, GT7 I can use to dive bomb easy and regain control real easy, and here I dare you, I
That's
dare you.
It's funny we're having different experiences here. I'm having an easier time catching spins or holding a good slip angle. My biggest issue is like there's certain curves that it seems like even IRL racing, when you're watching the real guys hit these lines, they're abusing some of these curves. But in
Yeah,
ACC, if you touch it, your car is bouncing off balance and the weight transfer just destroys you.
and setups too. It's properly dialing your car in as well for each track because each track is different. So your setup is going to be different for each track on every car, no matter what class. So it's having a proper setup to each car, especially I say match the one car and and keep mastering the car. So don't, like my mistake was switching the cars from car to car, back and forth, seeing, oh, I don't like this one, and about, I go like two tracks, couple laps here and there, and then I don't like it. I go to another one and keep driving different cars. Well, you gotta learn each car. So sticking on
Ooh,
one car, learning the car, yep. And that was Jonas HMN. Now Jonas has been having a great series thus far. So, and again,
he just
the
wanted to
track
give
is
some respect to Barry right there.
yeah, yeah, definitely. But hey, these guys are just getting the track up to temp right now. Again, we have how many? Gee, I told you, we have almost 30 on grid. Um, yeah, almost 30. Probably gonna be on grid tonight. Yeah, we have 27 on track.
Nice. 27 drivers on the track. There's so many aspects of this. It's so much better than GT7.
Absolutely, and I tell you what, you're gonna see the difference between league racing and public racing. You're about to see the big difference here, because most of these guys here, the more our thing where what we preach, the more you race with each other, the more you understand each other's habits. To the point you can go wheel to wheel, side by side on a turn. Doesn't matter what course. Just and that has to do a lot with consistency also. But you're gonna see a lot of etiquette, a lot of competition here, where it's like, oh my gosh, that would how you guys pull it off like that. But it's because these guys love what they do. They compete, they practice, and they bring it to the track where they're not trying to mess up anybody. And the points are in play, so every driver here is taking it seriously. Even since the trial races, man, I can tell you, it hasn't changed since the two trial races, and those didn't even count. And the the driver, everything, everybody put everything into it, and you can see it's paying off because right now, man, these standings is bananas.
Yeah, I noticed from when I first got started, I thought racing online was like the big gig, right? And the daily races in Gran Turismo just left me angry all the time. So I ended up joining 4 or 5 leagues. And after racing with those guys for a while, I was able to go wheel to wheel around hairpin corners or through the S's or chicanes. And the ACC is so much different going through those corners. There's so much more feel and so much more finesse that it takes to be able to go side by side.
Absolutely, absolutely. And keep in mind, physics is involved. But again, most of these guys, like I wouldn't go side by side if a driver I don't know yet. You know what I mean? But if it's a driver that have raced not only in my league but in other leagues with them, I'll go side by side any time of the day, all day. And it's only because I know that I can compete and I trust them to trust me. Um, hey, also, if you don't mind, one of our viewers is saying they can barely hear what you're saying. Maybe there's a little static. If you don't mind checking the mic on your end, that would be greatly appreciated. So, Flash and Blaze, I appreciate that, man. Anything you guys let us know. If you haven't any issues hearing us, yeah, make sure you post that on the stream. So yeah, you guys please make sure you like and subscribe. I am your host for this evening for round four. Right now we're in practice mode. We're under the 10-minute mark, but we have practice right now. We're at Laguna Seca for round four. I am your host for the evening, Choco2225. I am joined today by my host, Miss Tasha,
The hostess with the
crazy,
mostest?
the crazy Birch. Um, Joined today, coming from the GT7 platform over to the ACC platform. We've been discussing pretty much the difference in the two and the physics involved and everything like that for those of you that are joining us now. Um, can you give us a quick mic check, real quick?
All right, we're gonna have to work on this and make sure that we set it up the next time we do this. My viewers are having the same issue with you, so I'm wondering if Discord call might do better for us, and then just do the video through the share play.
Oh, I can't do it. I don't have it set up where I can pull the Discord or the voice through the Discord yet.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that would be like a OBS, right, or something like that. Am I coming in staticky on your viewers? You
They
sounding
can
better now.
barely hear you in the background. I'm holding everything closer to my face now, so.
Okay, so let me do this. Let me do this, and I apologize, viewers, please. Thank you for joining us nonetheless. But
And my viewers are letting me know that we're not getting race sound on my side. Do you have the race sounds coming through your television?
yeah, yep, they're on my headset. Absolutely. Yep.
All right.
Do you want? Why don't you do this? Why don't you join the server on your own, and then we'll just do the voice, and that way you're streaming to your viewers, and you're giving them your own cameras, and then they can still hear us.
It's gonna be kind of a we're gonna have to work out some way to make this happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. And this was just a last minute fun thing here, so I'm pretty sure our viewers won't mind. But we'll definitely get it squared away for next week. Absolutely, absolutely. So definitely, I'm hoping I can get your viewers better. But like we were saying, the difference between GT4 and GT7. But we were gonna go over the standings real quick because it's pretty juicy over here. So far in first place, we have we have a three-way tie for fourth. But anyway, in first right now is Phantoms, TMX Phantoms with 77 points. Then we have Tyga 2000 with 76, which I think that's Telecom. Then we have L7XF Bomb with 72 in third. And then a three-way tie. I'm sorry, that is not Telecom. A three-way tie is going to be Telecom, DLR Seal, and the Jackal 2019. Three-way tie for fourth. And they all have 69 points. And then right behind them for fifth, running up the top five is SRE Boss. I'm sorry, Slim Reaper with 62. So very close championship. Very, very close. And all that's gonna separate these guys from each other is a mistake. Because I mean only 1 point separate the first and second place driver right now. So there's only 1 point difference. So and that's going to be huge. So qualifying is going to be a big deal this evening because this is a short track. It's only 2.2 miles long. It has a total of 11 turns. So this is going to be a quick sprint here. With tonight being a requirement of tire change. So little side by side action there. But tire change requirement this evening for sure. For every race for the whole series is going to be a tire change mandatory for the pit requirement. So there is no pit window. So these guys are able to pit at any time they want during the race. So they can wait to the last 5 minutes. They can wait to the last 2 minutes. They can pit then. It doesn't matter as long as they clear the requirement is all we care about. And these drivers have already been briefed. They're in the expectations, and as well, 75% of the race must be completed on circuit in order to be awarded points. How you feel about that, Miss Crazy Birch?
I feel like that sounds like an amazing field and a lot of competition going on here.
Absolutely, absolutely. Right now, we are surrounded by 26 machines right now. We won't count the two because we have two spectators broadcasting today. So let's make sure we also check out Zalexi, who's over there over at the Twitch platform. So let's make sure you guys also give him a big shout out over there. So also, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It definitely helps our YouTube channel grow. It helps the lead channel grow to where we hopefully get to take it. So, but yeah, we definitely have a doozy for the night. Definitely. We have 27 machines now. And we're going to go ahead and go over the field real quick, over the whole grid. And then can you still see what I'm watching? Okay.
I'm not right now because I'm trying to connect.
You got it. You got it. All right. So, right now, we have SRE Telecom in the 86 Mercedes. Then we have Frazzle in the 47 Aston Martin running the green and black livery. Then we have L7XF Bomb in the 20 Mercedes. Slim Reaper finds himself in the 72 Mercedes. In the 3 Mercedes is Chugalug. In the 33 Mercedes as well. We have a lot of Mercedes this evening. Throughout the whole series, there's going to be a lot of Mercedes. So, Lafio 5821 in the 33 Merc. In the 716 Camaro is your series admin, Rig Pig Actual. In the 555 Porsche, we find GLR Seal. Right now, currently three-way top for fourth. He finds himself as well. Sony 135 Mercedes, Lethal Machine.
Butler Racing in the 450 McLaren. 718 Porsches, Jonas HMN, who I think is the Tiger 2000. That's who I think that is. Loose Lips 69 in the triple tray Aston. Run.
Back in red, nice livery there. Burke Lurch in the 216 Mercedes. Pezza 36 in
The Porsche 36 car. Collins BTK in the 21 Mercedes. Blazing Onyx 18 Aston. Mercedes 369 is Hilarious Mark. The Jackal 2019 in the 7 Mercedes. In the 223 Porsches, the Fish 4287. Tango 2 Texas 26 Mercedes. In the Maserati, the only Maserati in the field is the 488 Maserati Alex Berger 94. Joey T93 in the Janetta, I believe that is.
Okay.
The 8. In the Mercedes 95 TMX Phantoms. Red Eye Pirate 13 Porsche Gudo 2026. Gudo 2026 in the 4 Porsche. Campaign aired in the 2 Janetta. The 200 Mercedes car belongs to Ty God 2000. I'm wrong. This is Ty God 2000. That man ain't playing this evening. So 27 cars this evening. 27. How many will finish the race this evening? We will find out. Now the beauty about Back to the Basic series GT4 is only one thing, Miss Tasha. Is only one thing. It's 30 minutes. 30 minutes completed race. So from practice all the way to race finish is quick sprints, 1 hour from start to end, practice to race. So
all right.
Okay, we're almost getting things happening here. I'm
Awesome. Are you
switching
in?
it to remote play on my computer, so I think I can get some more stuff happening. I just need to get back to the party now, so that.
Oh, look at you. Look at you making me look ashamed over here. Only got my PS5. You over there with that high end equipment over there. No
Um,
software.
I have so much going on. You have no idea.
I take it this is your this is your the broadcast. You like broadcasting? I'm assuming.
I absolutely enjoy broadcasting. I love it.
Awesome. Now
Okay,
what brings
so
you over?
I'm gonna take
Yes.
another quick break here and hook up to the my computer and see if it fixes everything that's going on. And I might lose Mike for a minute.
Absolutely. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and take our viewers to practice the qualifying session. We at quality now. All right.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, the practice sessions are over. So the drivers now, the last minute tunings out of the be dialed in now. Now these men are ready to compete and get this qualifying. Now, how important is this qualifying session? It is very, very important. Why? Because it's very short circuit, only 2.2 miles, and with a total of 11 turns. So the first one being probably one of uh, the most crucial parts of the track, and it's going to be that first hairpin, the Andretti hairpin, which is turn 2. There's a slight turn 1 right after the finish line as you approach the Andretti hairpin. But I would say that's about the wildest turn on the circuit. That Andretti hairpin and that corkscrew as well. So 2 turns there. So all right. So we have cars out on the circuit. So they're going to be qualifying. Looks like out first is the 20 Mercedes. No, I lied to y'all. So let's go ahead and let's get this. All right. So Frazzle's out there in the 47 Aston Martin. So Frazzle, I think this might be his first race with us here. Yeah, because I think this is the first time I'm seeing this Aston Martin on circuit on the track. So definitely, we do have a couple, maybe 3 Astons this evening. Absolutely. All right, so we'll see how Frazzled qualifies. So we'll come back to him. Loose Slips is still in the pit there. Blazing Onyx side by side, wheel to wheel, him and Phantoms. Frazzled. All right. And again, this is the outlet for everyone here, so this lap does not count. This is pretty much just getting your last minute breath in and getting you already got the car dialed in. Most of these drivers got the cars dialed in, so now it's just about getting the best spot on the grid for the start, and then we'll figure that out once we get this grid, this qualifying session done. We'll have a final grid in. We'll see. So far, it's been uh, our series leader thus far, qualifying in P1, and it's very important. So Phantoms has been qualifying up there along with Ty God 2000 and Seven Bomb. Telecom, can't forget about them there. So we have a three-way tie for, like I was mentioning earlier, for fourth between Telecom, Seal, and Jackal. So those three guys will definitely uh, be racing good this evening because again, points matter, and they want to break that three-way tie at some point, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be this evening. We have more cars even on the grid than any race so far this series. So we're looking forward. I'm definitely looking forward giving you guys a great show because trust me, there's going to be battles this evening everywhere as we go west coast to the desert in California at Laguna Seca, aka Weather Tech.
Okay.
But chug a lug right behind El Bomb there. And so Phantoms, our series leader here in the 95 Mercedes running the Xbox platform, get a little bit of hoppity hop there, but nothing he can't control. Again, Phantoms in the Xbox platform. We have a great mixture here of PlayStation and Xbox drivers. And our series leader right now, currently, is TMX Phantoms, and he is in the Xbox platform. So, big shout out to our Xbox drivers. And also, I want to give a bigger shout out to our guys out overseas right now competing with us at Zero Dark 30 in the morning. So, big shout out to you guys for joining us this evening. Uh, definitely means a lot to the admins who put everything together here. And we look forward to broadcasting an amazing series with you guys this season. So, all right. So now we're gonna start shaping up here. We got two laps in, and CMX fan still lap to complete as he loses the back end and pretty much kisses the wall front first.
Oh,
So he's gonna hold brakes
can
as
you
the
hear
rest
me?
of the grid passes by, and we'll go from there. So he's gonna go ahead and get that repaired, and we'll go ahead and follow along with Tiger 2000. We'll get on board with him, and we'll see how this looks here. Oh, I apologize. Let me go and get this camera in here. So I am gonna go ahead and oh, looks like somebody has joined the party here, Miss Crazy Birch. All right. So we're on board right now with our current pole position runner, Tiger 2000 in the 200 Mercedes. We're on board with him. And again, we have a field of 27 GT4 machines for the night.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get some.
In Tiger 2000, this driver has been very consistent, very good.
Um. Okay, can everybody hear me? Is this working yet?
Let me check my audio. And ladies and gentlemen, we do apologize for the audio. We get all this squared away moving forward. This was a last minute thing here, but we'll go ahead and continue here. Mercedes currently in the P1 slot with the best time of 130.5.
130.5. That's a good number.
Yes, that's pretty damn fast for a GT4.
I'm betting we see the top guys hit 129s.
Wouldn't be surprised if he's running a find Lethal Machine on the grid with a best time of 131 in the 135 Mercedes. In second and third, we find ourselves Chugga 3 Mercedes with the best time of 130.8. SRE Telecom out currently in 23rd has not completed a valid lap time yet, so we'll come back and see where he's at. Burker lurks right now with the best time of 132 flat in fifth right now.
Then we have the Jackal 2019 in 12th place right now in the 7 Mercedes with the best time of 132.1. In 17th is Tango right now with the best time of 132.8 in the 26th Mercedes. In eighth right now is 33 Mercedes, the Theo 5821 with the best time of 131.1. Hilarious Mark in the 369 currently in 19th with the best time of 133.6. We'll go on board here.
I love these onboard cameras on here.
Yes, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay. I'm wondering if my viewers can hear you and me and the race okay at this point.
Yep, absolutely. Have them posted if they can't. Collins B2K goes off circuit there. Vice the dust. He'll go into the pits right
We
now.
are in
Joey
qualifying.
T90.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in qualifying. We're under the 8-minute mark. Under the 2-minute mark here, I think that is. And then 26, we find Joey T93 with no valid lap time completed. In 15th is Collins BTK again. In 21st is Campaign Aaron. I think this is a new driver here. Let me, with a best time of 135.5. Alex Berger 94 in 18th right now with a time of 133.3. In 10th place is your series admin. Rig Pig Axel in the 716 Camaro with the best 131.3. Butler Racing in 13th with the best time of 132
Is that the
flat.
McLaren I
Side by
see?
side. Yeah, side by side with Berger. Like I said, these guys they've been racing with each other, so they felt pretty confident there. They could go side by side. Definitely still holding on to the 13th on the grid is Butler Racing in the 450 McLaren. All right, Red Eye Pirate. I believe this is a new driver as well in the 13 Porsche with the best time of 135.6. Finds himself in 23rd out of 28. Pezza 36 and 21st right now with the best time of 133.7. In the 718 Porsche, Jonas HMN right now in 8th, right behind Red Eye Pirate with the best time of 131.1. So let's go ahead and take a look at these times real quick as we continue going through the grid here. Pretty much is over here. 14 seconds remaining. But if we can look at these times tables here, you can see right now the best first sector belongs to Jonas HMN with a 23.6. The second sector fastest time belonging to Burka Lux with the best time of 131.1. And then the final sector Lethal Machine with 35 seconds and the best time of 130. So P1 belongs to Lethal Machine here.
It's real interesting looking at how these are lining up here. Like, looking at Sector 1, everybody is within just about 4 or 5 tenths. Sector 2, you've got a variance that goes about a second, second and a half, and in Sector 3, we're seeing a big difference.
Absolutely. You can tell this is going to be a very. The only thing that's going to separate these guys is a mistake. Because you can see the BOP has also been applied. If you can see there on the handicap side, the kilograms have been reduced on some cars here. So pretty much that evens out the whole race with the cars. Now it lays down driver skill set. So and again, the requirement for this evening, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be a mandatory tire change. A mandatory tire change must be completed within 30 minutes here. So the question is, does it you want to keep it at a one stop? Don't create a two stop. Is basically the word for the night.
So I think the big strategy here is going to be to go as long as you can on your first set of tires and do your best to stay out of trouble. Don't get damage on your car because if you do, at least if you stayed out and you didn't change tires in the first 3 5 minutes, you still have your stop. You don't have, you're not forcing yourself into a two stop. So we're gonna be looking for
Absolutely,
pit stops
absolutely.
lap what 8, 12.
Yeah, I forgot how many laps, 30 minutes. What was the time on this? 2 minute 30. So a couple laps in here. So probably get under 20 laps. But again, the strategy is going to be based on the drivers because we don't use the pit window. So yeah, like you said, they can go down to the last minute and pit stop. But again, let's hope no one kisses the wall of death and now has a two stop, or those accidents that create the two stop, that unintended two stops, or stop and go penalty, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we will be praying for no
Anything like that.
contact and no buries,
Exactly.
but you know how that goes.
Exactly. And the track limits here can be brutal as well. And in that corkscrew is going to be everything this evening. It's going to be everybody's should be everybody's awareness point. That corkscrew coming down with these many machines on the grid. One time GT4 class 28 this evening. And Zaleski over there at Twitch. So let's give him a big shout out as well. So let's go ahead and go through our top 10 on the grid this evening. In first is Lethal Machine. On P1 and P2 is Breath Alert. P3 is Frazzle. Ty got 2000 in P4. Slim Reaper P5. Chug-a-Lug in P6. Jonas HMN in P7. L7 Bomb in P8, Letheo in P9, and rounding up the top 10 is Rig Shake Actual. So that was very crucial for the top 10 to, top 10 is where you want to be at, being that it's such a short race. And track limits are brutal, can be brutal. But again, it's gonna come down to skill set, driver skill set, being that it's such a short race and the BOP has been applied. So I'm excited to see the battles everywhere this evening. So and then in 11th we have GLR Seal, and again he has a three-way tie for four. So GLR Seal is competing for points here for that three-way tie break. And he finds himself in 11th spot, and I think Slim Reaper was the other one, and he finds the Jackal is in 15th, and forget who the other one was. That was a three-way tie. But again, that qualifying position was very important for this evening. Telecom was the other one. Three-way tie with him as well. So and where did Telecom find himself today?
There's going to be a lot of work for these guys if they qualify down in the
Yeah,
bottom half of the field.
absolutely.
Big passing zones, you're going to be looking to get an exit out of the final turn. Do your best to try and get position before you come into turn 2, 3. It's really good places to pass and have good battles, but it's also really dangerous if you hit that line just wrong going
It
side
could
by
be,
side.
yes. Absolutely, it could be very, especially if you're not used to that driver going side by side. The question is, do you go ahead and get greedy, or do you go ahead and pull back, play safe, and survive another lap? That's the question. And the key right here is, if we can survive turn one, we're gonna have ourselves a great race. I promise you, the grid will start separating at some point. Maybe not, because the competition has been fearless here in this series. This is since we've been hosting GT4s as IRL. I would say this is probably the first biggest grid that we have hosted consistent grid of 20 plus at every race.
It's too
And
bad I
this
didn't
is
get my PS5 and get in with you guys sooner. I could have joined this league.
Absolutely. Welcome. Yeah, you know what? You're here now. So moving forward, you're more than welcome to join any freaking race you want.
Well, I'm dipping my toes in and getting my feet wet for the first time this Thursday for the hour and a half of Suzuka.
You daredevil out of all tracks, you going straight in for the juggernaut. You going for Suzuka.
You know,
And what are you planning on
I'm
driving
driving the
for that one?
Lamborghini Evo 2. I love them. They're just so pretty.
Hey, if that's the car of choice, stick with it. I know you're making that jump, but stick with what you like right now. Don't switch like that. And definitely get some seat time in that GT4 class. Definitely, it'll teach you a lot. And you can transfer over to that GT3 class for sure. And we have a great community, man. Where these guys will definitely give you pointers everywhere throughout throughout your time here. Any question you feel free to ask. These guys will not hesitate
Yeah,
to
you
give
know,
you
joining a new
push you in the right
league is
direction.
always super scary for me, especially. I mean, there's some things that just make these kind of communities rough. But everybody has been so kind and welcoming, and here, try this. This is giving me tips, sending me to web pages, helping me with setups, telling me what to change. I've learned a lot in the past 2 weeks.
Awesome. Man, I'm glad you learned a lot, man. I said keep asking those questions. We're a very diverse group. We accept everyone, and just keep asking those questions. We'll definitely guide you in the right direction. And get on the circuit, get on the grid with us, man. We'd love to have you on the grid with us. The only way you're gonna learn is if you get on the grid, man. These guys are fast, man. That's the only way you're gonna learn. Get in with these guys. All right,
Yeah,
so
well,
what?
you know, the AI is not enough
Green
for
flag.
me, and the online lobbies are just too dirty. I can't wait to join this league racing.
Well, you're welcome home. Welcome home. We're gonna have ourselves a green flag here in about. We have it now. We have a green flag. 27 machines. As they come down the first hairpin,
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
he's moving on the inside. It's Ty God. We're gonna go ahead and
Oh, I was
get
going
going
two
here.
by through turn two, turn three, wheel to wheel. Oh, it's so hard coming in behind
Man.
somebody slower through this section. You just want to get on the power, but you can't.
Absolutely. At this point, you want to go ahead and survive this. At this point,
Is being
being
patient right
patient
now
right
and
now
and
and
get in the
get in the
car
car.
dialed in,
It's
but
already
being
dialed in, but being
patient, fill it
patient.
out.
Fill it out.
It's gonna start
Separating.
separating.
As you can see, these guys are being cautious. Their causes there goes a little bit off there. And I am missing the. I'm missing the map that tells me who I'm on here.
Yeah,
But
that's
the
helpful.
200. Yeah, I'm trying to get it back here because I like to give my viewers.
So
Crap.
we're going lap one
There it is.
into the
There it
corkscrew
is.
for the first
Ty
time, and
God.
we have not seen a side by side anywhere yet. These
No,
guys are taking it easy, warming up the tires.
Absolutely. I mean, we're only 2 minutes into the circuit. Now keep in mind, it is a 30-minute race here. So plenty of time remaining here in the race.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
pretty
we've
sure
got a
most of you
pit.
guys are aware of that. We probably like we were saying that's what we were talking about earlier. Do we want a one stop or a two stop? Don't create the two stop. But tonight so far, it looks like
We
we
have two
have
pit
SRE
stops.
coming in. Yes. Blazing Onyx and SRE Telecom in the
So the
pits.
nice thing about the early pit here, let's talk about that, is that it could be a huge undercut. It gives you clean track, and you're basically just hot lapping until everybody else pits and see where you fall in the standings at that point.
Yeah, absolutely. It's gonna the strategy tonight's gonna be crucial because remember we're about halfway through the series at this point, and the points are very close. So these guys know what's at stake. So they're gonna be very competitive this evening, but as well very cautious, knowing what's at stake in the championship thus far. And again, that's one of those deadly sausages right there. Where if you hit that sausage wrong, you're going airborne. I promise you. As he comes down the corkscrew here,
Oh, look at the
behind
perfect
Tiger
line through the
2000.
corkscrew.
Yeah, these guys are pretty consistent here. Again, these guys have been practicing. They're putting that time,
Ooh.
and they're not playing around in the back end. They're back in there. Regains control. So great driver from Berkeley as he's chasing down Tiger 2000 and Frazzle with the 2 second gap between them. So you can see there's a three-way battle here for third between Jonas, HMN, and Bomb.
Stop
Oh,
and
we have a
go for
stop and go
speeding in pit
penalty
lane.
awarded to the number two car. So he has 3 laps to clear that. 3 laps to campaign error. Been awarded the stop and go. Looks like it was probably speeding out of the pit exit there. So we have bumper to bumper action here between Burke Lurks and Jonas HMN. As Jonas HMN is harassing Burke Lurks there for position. And not much separates these guys, but one mistake.
So we've got the three-way battle with a second three-way battle forming behind them. Just keeping your bumper that close can put the pressure on and force somebody to make a mistake because they're sweating, just trying to keep you from making the pass.
Yeah, and at this point, you could definitely feel that on your mirror as well. But catching that slipstream is going to keep him within range and make sure it doesn't get out of control here. That slipstream racing is going to be very crucial. Keeping that distance to be able to use that resource, shall we say, and keep it within range. As all these cars come down the corkscrew
And
here,
watch,
being sure not to hit anything.
watch that F bomb back there in the green mark. He's been poking his nose off to the side, making it look like he's gonna peek and make a run. And so he's gonna have what is it, hilarious mark on his toes for defense, and that could cause a mistake there easy.
Absolutely. As you can see right here, we got a juicy battle here for position between a lot here. We're on board right now with Jackal 2019, and he's in 10th right now. But again, a battleable position between him for eighth, between him, GLR in ninth, and Tango two in eighth, and maybe even Loose Lips. Might as well throw him in the conversation as well for position. And Loose Lips is in seventh right now, and Jackal goes a little bit off, but not bad enough where he lost anything there.
Ooh,
A little bit bunny hopping in the
he
rear,
found the sausage.
just like he found the sausage, and it took him airborne. So 21 has been awarded a drive, stop and go, drive through penalty. I think it was a drive-through for the 21 car. So Berkeley still holding on to that third spot there, being consistent with a 1:31.7 best time thus far. But as well being chased down by Jonas. So let's go ahead and follow SRE Telecom, our series leader. Not sure what's going on this evening.
Already putting in 130.666. He already made his pit stop, so he's got clean track. He's got good times, and as soon as everybody else starts pitting, he doesn't have to worry about losing time to the battles or losing time to a slower driver in front. He's got clean track.
Yeah, so he's pretty much to take him to the end at this point. The tire change has been done. He's cleared that. Collins BTK also, as you can see, has been awarded we have somebody off circuit there. Looks like he's matching the same livery as Telecom. But the 21 car has been awarded a drive-through penalty, so stop and go. Pit lane one lap remaining for number 2 car to clear that penalty. If not, he will be disqualified.
So if you're gonna get that penalty, you might as well make your pit stop at that point and just serve it and get it all over with at once.
Tango goes off. Yes, I will say. You might as well. At this point, it's still plenty of time left into the race where you can go ahead and clear that. And I don't think it will affect you enough where you can't make it up. So 369 has been awarded a stop and go 32nd for speeding in pit lane, as well having 3 laps to clear that in. And if he does it, so we have some action back there, some contact.
Oh, Neil, the seal off to the inside.
Something juicy happened back there. Car back there. See if we can get back on board here. So 33 is able to avoid all the catastrophe there in the field. 58-21. So he finds himself in 12th right now.
And watch for that, Neil. I think that car's glitching out right there because I don't think they're actually sitting there.
Yeah, might be an issue there. So hilarious Mark, we're going to see how he responds from the stop and go penalty. So 3 laps remaining for that. Yeah, Collins B2K, yeah, he must be sitting there. He's been awarded a drive-through. And we have a three-way battle here for position between Viper 2-4 and everyone ahead.
Now watch Neil the Seal. He is a very consistent driver. I've raced a lot with him on GT7. And stepping into ATC, he's given me lots of pointers and helped me out a bit. But he just doesn't make mistakes. You can trust him to go side by side a lot. and he knows how to dive in and put the move on you.
And you said GLR
Yeah.
soon? Oh yeah, man, I tell you what, I will race him side by side throughout the whole circuit. I don't care what circuit. I trust him so much to race the way it should be raced. So yeah, absolutely. GLC are one of the best drivers we have in the league. Absolutely.
He is the man that brought me here, actually.
Yeah, awesome. I'm glad he did, man. If he's bringing his caliber racing, then definitely come on
He
board.
just I told him I got a PS5, and he was like, "Oh, you have to join here now."
Absolutely. So big shout out to GLR Seal, man. Thank you, sir, for that. So yeah, right now we're with Rick Pig Ashel in the 13th Camaro. I think it's the only Camaro in the field in the 716 car, running the blue livery as he comes down the corkscrew here. Looks like he maybe had a little bit of contact and some damage to the rear of the car there. Maybe even it looked like he was playing around a little
A
bit.
little too close on the draft there from someone.
Butler Racing holding on to the fifth spot right now. Looks like some cars are beginning to clear their requirements, realizing taking a different approach from what I've seen in the previous races. Cars are waiting a little longer,
I'm really
but
surprised to
looks like
see all these guys pitting so soon.
I've noticed that. And again, you can hit it anytime you want. Lap one, I don't care. We don't care as long as you clear it. But again, strategy is going to be a big deal for this whole series because everybody knows it's the same requirement every race. But some races are longer than others.
So we had our two first pitters. I think one of them was Telecom, right? I can't remember who the other one was. Blazing Onyx, maybe. Those two pitted first lap or second lap, and they were hoping to run on a clean lap for most of the race, clean track, no one around them. And here we've got everybody else pitting after in the first 10 minutes, almost everyone else. So that's going to bring the whole field back together.
Yes. Well, hell, SRE Telecom. You know what? That sneaky little thing, man. He just watch. Now I know what. Now I know what he's doing. Watch Telecom. He's in 14th right now, but watch where he finishes when it's all said and done. Like you mentioned earlier. Now I see. If he doesn't, I think maybe something happened to the car. But he's moving on up there. Now he's in 13th. 36 allowed the overtake there.
Yeah, he just moved out of the way for that one.
And again, I do the same thing. If I know there's a car behind me or a battle, I'm 3 seconds slower. Why am I gonna get in the way?
It depends on where you're at and when you're 3 seconds slower. If you're on the last three laps and you're just slower because of your tires, you're going to defend. But this early in the race, there's no point. You're just going to cause an accident and bad blood with your other drivers.
The only way I'm not defending it, in my opinion, is if I'm also going for position. And they're coming up behind me, and I know they're like 3-4 seconds faster than me, or a lot faster than me. If I'm going for position, that's the only time I'll defend it. But if I know I'm like in 10th place, if I'm running in 10th, 11th, I'm comfortable where I'm at. Dude, I'm not interfering with that juicy battle. I'd rather have that battle continue. That's just me, though. This is me. This is what I do. I just find it better for me to learn when I just don't interfere with that. Especially if I'm not fighting for position. But if I am, different story. Being that is their responsibility to get past me, being the faster car. But that's just me though. If I'm not involved in any kind of position battle, I'll get the hell out the way.
Well, every position is a position to battle for. It just depends, like I was saying, on where you're at in the race and what you have left. Like if there's a legitimate reason to try and defend and hold on to 10th place for 3 laps, then do it. But if you've got 20 minutes in the race to go and you know this person's just gonna keep trying to dive on you, or you might make a mistake and cause an accident, that's when you just let him go because you got so much of the race left. There's no way you're gonna hold position in front of them without causing problems.
And that's one thing I learned from GT7 is I don't find a lot of drivers especially when you have league racing. Maybe public I have, but wow, that was Gudo's been pushing boy, fighting boy. Look at
It
Gudo.
looks like the front right is a little wobbly there. Is that what they call minor front end damage?
No, he's got some front end damage. He's gonna take it as long as he can because you can see that thing wobbling. Let's go on board. Let's see what it's steering wheel.
Oh my
He's
goodness,
fighting,
we're
boy.
lucky that tire's still on
He
there.
is fighting. Gudo, you can do it, Gudo. Come on,
Uh,
Gudo.
is this the guy that hit the sausage we saw earlier?
I can't remember, but I know he is struggling right now.
He's holding
Gudo, you
on to it
probably
too.
got
Has he
this,
made his
Gudo.
pit
Come on,
stop yet?
Gudo. You probably bring it in this one, man, because that thing is looking evil. That thing is looking like very uncooperative.
Well, it says lap times right now looks like he's going 137s with his damage, and
Help us, Jesus. We're going down the corkscrew. Here we go.
will he survive the corkscrew with no suspension on the front end?
He did it. Gudo did it. And again, go ahead and allow the inside there from Phantoms.
Yep.
You don't need to get in the way of that. And again, Gudo's gonna bring this in. I'm telling you, Gudo. Look at that steering wheel action. Good Lord. Yeah, Gudo.
There he goes. There he goes. Okay.
Smart thinking. The fish, 4287.
25 seconds of repair time for Kudo.
Oh my Lord. Yeah, some serious damage.
I'm guessing. No.
Listen. The way that thing was looking.
You would think that he had this guy's name frazzled.
Yeah. All right, we're at the halfway mark, so now it's when it gets juicy.
9 laps.
You haven't pitted.
Halfway through, so we're gonna hit 18 laps on this one.
Yep. And now, frazzled right now, and I haven't seen Frazzle. I believe this is first time racing with us. I could be wrong. If it's his first time, welcome aboard. As the 007 car exits the pit lane there.
He's running in the lead with a 2.3-second gap. So has he made his pit stop yet? That's the question.
Not yet. So Frazzle hasn't cleared, and guess who's behind Frazzle coming up in two? It's gonna be Ty 2000. Ty God having a good race, but we'll see where SRE Telecom is as well.
There's the jack go close.
Blazing Onyx and 11th.
The field, 6-second gap back.
Slim Reaper, 911, still with a requirement to clear, is in third right now with a consistent time of 131.3. So as long as you keep running consistently at this point, you're gonna be okay here. And tire management is gonna be crucial as well, especially in this track.
Oh my God, seriously.
All right, 17th right now. We're at the 13-minute mark, so 17th place. Again, he's running 130 consistently. So we'll see what 7 Bomb is at. Currently in third in standings. So we'll see where he finishes this evening. Because remember, the points will play after this evening, depending on where everybody finishes. The top five might not be top five after this race. We'll see where it's at. It's that close of a series.
The points are just so close in this series, but it only takes one race to really switch it up.
Absolutely. I mean, I think Phantoms is our series leader. He's in 24th right now, I think. Phantoms is in first right now with 77. So he's in 24th with the under the 13-minute mark. So the lower you go, the least points you get. So and again, not every night might not be a good night, you know. But you can see the damage right there on that hood. Jesus.
Yeah, and you know that half of the field has already had their pit.
Yeah, and this is aerodynamics definitely being affected here. So definitely got damage there. Again, don't see him pitting at all. There's no. He's gonna take that in. He's gonna bring it all the way in. So 47 awarded the drive through for speeding in pit lane. Again, 3 laps to clear that penalty. Not you VDQ'd. All right, Tiger 3000. So Alex Burger hasn't cleared the 1 and 2 have not cleared pit stop yet. The requirement.
They've got a nice gap. What is the pit loss on this track?
Say again. Say
What is
again.
the pit loss on this track? Do you lose about 25, 30 seconds to the pit?
The tire change is about 25 seconds. The tire change. This is about the same as the fixed fuel time, roughly. So I just look at it as a stop and go penalty. For a tire change, if you want to put fuel in, you can. It's optional. But most of these guys are probably topped off and just gonna refuel. Some of them, I don't know. Some of them might have went light, filled it up halfway, and fill up with fuel. But again, you're gonna add a couple more seconds to your pit stop.
Yeah, I'm just looking at these guys here who haven't pitted yet, holding the lead positions, and wondering where they're going to come out when they do pit.
Now I do know Rig Pig will take it probably all the way as close as he can to like the 5 minute mark. That's just the way I know he does it. Racing with him as long as the league has been alive. That's what he'll probably do this evening. That's what he's always done. So he'll probably take it to the 5 minute mark and try to create a gap. For at least have a fight there at the end. So if he has an 18-second gap at this moment, so 25-second tire change will, so he just wants to keep it close because, let's see who's coming in close. Slim Reaper in ninth right now as he's chasing down Butler and a 2.5-second gap between him and Butler.
I'm a little disappointed you can't put liveries on these cars like you can in GT7.
No, I will give GT7 that. They got dope camera angles. Their cameras are everything.
Well, I like the camera angles on ACC, but the liveries, being able to personalize so much and put your own team logos in.
That sucks. I'm not gonna lie, that sucks. I wish you could hit the sausage there. Little bump and grind, but hold it under control. Slim Reaper being chased down by Blazing the Onyx. What gap is that? 2.4 second gap. And again, we're under the 10-minute mark here, so we're gonna go ahead at some point get with our front runners and see how close of a battle those are up there.
Do they give you the camera in the sky helicopter view while we're doing spectate on here?
Yes. We're gonna do the camera angle because it's just a better camera here for the finisher. I do apologize to the viewers. I have to change it a certain way. I can't tell which one's the.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I wish they could. Let me see if I can.
It looks like we have a glitch.
Let me get back here.
Hello. I don't know who popped in, but hi.
All right, Slim Reaper. Let's try this again.
Let's see if it works.
Oh no. I think I know what I did wrong. Try to hurry up and get this done for the viewers. I think I gotta go return the garage. Yes. I wish they would fix these camera angles.
I've never played with this to fix the camera angles yet.
Yeah. You know what? They had the replay. They used to have it before they did an update. They used to have the Skycam part of this, and then they took it away after an update. And that sucked pretty bad for the broadcasters.
That's how it works, though. Leave it to an update to fix the game to break it.
Yeah. The opposite of what we need. Well, they overlooked it. I guess they didn't pay attention to the broadcasting part of things, which sucked.
Well, I mean, honestly, the broadcasting is not as important as driving, but.
Yeah. Oh, we got battlefield position here.
Some tight driving up here.
11th. And you see, he cleared his pit stop, so he proved me wrong. Damn you, Rig. You made a lie out of me. He had the 7-minute All right, so he changed strategy this time. So he kept it close. He's in the top 10 at least. And that matter. Those points do matter. That's a big difference in points.
Every point counts in a series.
Absolutely. So Ty got 2,000 with a comfortable gap there between him and
Three and a
Telecom.
half
Almost a
seconds so far.
7 second
Or
gap.
wait, where's that? Where is
Yeah,
Telecom?
he's in 24. Telecom is in second right now, but he's right behind Tango too. That's like a 7-3
That's
gap.
like 14 seconds.
Yup. So Lethal Machine in 15th. Is he in a battlefield position here with Joey TT93? Yeah, looks like he will be here pretty soon. But he's also being chased down by Joey T93, and not much separates him and Joey T. So Joey's chasing, definitely chasing.
I'm seeing that these Mercs are really popular cars here. So do they switch cars or do they drive the same one through the series?
No, what happened was we gave two trial races before the season opener, and those two trial races was designed for the drivers to go ahead and test cars out and have their car decided upon season opener. Because we are allowing the drivers to change cars, but when you change cars, you have to forfeit all points awarded, and you start back from zero.
That makes sense.
Most of these guys chose the car. Little
Oh
contact
no!
beside there. Contact was made there between Telecom and Tango
I have to
2.
note that lap 15 for the stewards.
Yeah. So we'll let the stewards deal with that there. As Telecom is chasing down Ty got 2,000. And I told you, keep an eye on Telecom. Just when we think it's not looking good, he does something else and makes us look like asses. So he's
No,
chasing
I
down Ty
I had a
got
feeling that
2,000.
that lap or the track position and the open track in the beginning might do it for him because he seems like one of the faster guys out here. 130.27 for his fastest lap so far.
Yeah. And you can see he's consistent because the last lap was 138.8, almost a 131, but still in the 130s consistently.
He is on the limits with this car.
But also keep in mind, Ty got 2,000 is also a very good and consistent driver, and he is also keeping that little bump and grind from Chugga Luck there as he goes club
Found
hopping.
a little squirrel on the track there.
Absolutely, but able to maintain control there. So yeah, Ty got 2,000 also again with the fastest time of the race of 130.1. So 1/10 of a second faster than SRE Telecom. And again, these guys are both running consistent times of 130. So he's maintaining that gap between him and Telecom consistently. So right now the uphill battles for Telecom to chase Ty got 2,000 and Ty can hold this here for the next 4 minutes. I don't see why he can't finish it as our winner race winner this
Yeah, it would
evening
be
with
really
Telecom
hard for someone to
finishing
catch
same
8 seconds in 4 minutes. I mean, if anything, he could slow his lap down a little bit to keep the consistency and not make a mistake. But he seems skilled enough just to keep going with his 130.6s.
Oh, Ty he's a beast, man. He's an animal on the track, man. This guy's been consistent since the trial races. So yeah, he's an animal. He's the couple drivers here to chase, man. Telecom's another beast. He's another animal. And you should have seen those two maniacs last week fighting it out, duking it out, man. It came down to. It was all the way to the finish. It was a battle last week. If you get a chance, see that battle round 3. And all our viewers, please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow. But that was a juicy battle last week between Telecom and I believe it was Ty got 2,000. Very close finish between these two.
And another
So yeah,
130.8 from Telecom.
Yeah, he's maintaining that gap of 8 seconds. Actually increased the gap. So I have the feeling this is how it's gonna finish. And Phantoms again, he's our race series leader right now. But unfortunately, not his ninth this evening. And I think it was Phantoms. I think last week and. Telecom battling it out for first. So Phantoms is another maniac. He's very fast. something happened this evening, not his night for sure. So he's gonna have a lot of ground to make up moving forward because lost a lot of points this race here. Cost him a lot of points, and the second place driver standings was able to capitalize this evening on some major points to separate himself from Phantoms and
At
standings.
least Phantoms had a good base though. He was up in the top leaders in points. At least he's not in seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th place and finishing in 22nd. That would be a little bit more detrimental.
Absolutely. And you can see he's running with damage. So you can tell something was off this evening. I'm not sure what happened. But definitely not his night. So I'm pretty sure he'll bounce back next week. And I think next week should be another juicy battle. Not sure what we had. Let me find out because it's gonna be very crucial round next week for these guys. As we head
And if we look at the gaps here, we've got 9 seconds back to Telecom and another 20 seconds back to Burke Alerts. So these guys just put it down and they put in very clean, consistent laps, other than Telecom getting into some trouble earlier on.
Yeah, and I think again, Phantoms would be part of that conversation, but again, not his night at all. And I see a big bounce back next week. But again, it's gonna get tougher as we go. Being the next week we go to Spa, so one of the big favorites of a lot of drivers. So next week is gonna be a lot of opportunities for these guys to capitalize, being that it's such a long circuit, and a lot of opportunities for a lot of good things to happen. You know what I
I've
mean?
heard a
So
lot of
next week.
complaints about Spa, but I've had such great racing there. Even when I before I knew the track and wasn't really that great, I just the flow of it is amazing. And the battling with other cars, there's a good 6 corners or 6 corner complexes where you can go side by side and still hold on and just battle it out.
Yeah.
Looking at
Yeah,
Tyga coming around his final lap,
and I'm trying to find that battle here with Viper. Where's it at? Oh,
Blazing
battle
Onyx,
here between
and the F
and Bomb
bomb.
again. So we'll keep an eye here. We'll keep this. We have a three-way battle here.
Frazzled is
Frazzled
right in there
tonight.
with them too.
And you can see some damage there on that. On that Aston Martin there, but definitely a three-way battle here for position, but mainly a very close battle here between Onyx and Bomb. Bomb currently sitting in third in points, finds himself in seventh as he is chasing down.
Let's go.
Blazing Onyx.
Now, Blazing Onyx is going to be upset. He asked us to not talk about him.
I know, right? That's all right. We're gonna get better as we go. So we'll get him next week.
And I'm just gonna say, sorry, Boo. We're gonna talk about you when you're in the action. Like if you don't want to be talked about, don't race.
I think you know he ain't going nowhere. He's not staying out of this.
Go go!
Definitely a good battle here. As they come down the corkscrew here, so we'll see how he handles this corkscrew here.
Nice.
Looks like it's getting closer now.
Go go!
The bomb has closed the
No
gap.
no!
Hey, loses
Oh no!
Jesus.
Oh, the hard racing incident in the final lap coming out of the corkscrew.
Hey, Frazzle capitalized on that there from Blazing Onyx, but definitely lost the rear end and definitely taking bomb with him. So we'll wait and see what happens here. Man, that was unfortunate, man. That was a pretty juicy battle there between those guys,
It was
man.
beautiful to
It's
watch
racing. I've seen,
until it broke our hearts.
I've seen it. I have seen things go down at the. He goes off circuit there. Definitely kisses the wall and loaded.
I think he's punishing his car.
Close to last lap. Oh yeah, might be. Yeah, he takes it to the pit there. So we'll see how he does it. Loose lip still in hunt here for eighth. If he's not a lap down by any means, they're still in the 20 lap range. So looks like some of these cars already got the checkered flag here. Maybe the cars that are lapped down for sure. So let's go ahead and take a look at our grid finish here. So we got Tyga 2000 finishing race winner this evening is Tyga 2000. So big shout out to Tyga and the 200 Mercedes. Finishing in second is Telecom, SRE Telecom. Finishing in third is Berker Lurks. Finishing in fourth is Jonas HMN. In fifth is Slim Reaper 911. In sixth is Butler Racing. Oh, let's get back here. In
Level
seventh
jumped on me.
is Frazzle. In eighth is Blazing. In ninth is Loose Lips. In the top 10, rounding up the top 10 is L7 XF Bomb.
You know what's going to happen here is first off, let's look at this. The top 18 drivers landed on the lead lap.
Yeah.
And then we go back from there and we'll talk about this just for a second. Blazing Onyx, I hope he wasn't watching the stream, the commentary, listening to us. Because if he was, we're going to have to owe him an apology because it's straight up commentator's curse.
You know what? This is like my fifth one. Since I've been doing it off and on when I can, like when we first started the league. And you know what? It's unintentional, but it is the commentator's curse, damn it. Because it was such a great battle. It was juicy. It was like, all right, we're gonna get one here for position because the points are difference makers. And it was looking very juicy. I think it was maybe one lap left. And it's unfortunate because it happens. Even in real life. It happens.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we know how Blazing Onyx. We know he's a good driver. We know this doesn't happen like that. And the back end just gave out on him. He put it in the wrong spot, and he might have pushed it too a little bit too
No, it
much.
was just the pressure. You saw that, and they were 2/10 apart, and then they were 6/10 apart, and then 2/10 apart, and it's just this back and forth. You can feel the heat on the back of your neck from the attacking driver's car, and you're pushing as hard as you can, pushing those limits, and then you push it just a skosh too far.
Absolutely, man. You got that kung fu grip on your steering wheel at that point. Yeah, I've been a victim of rear view driving many a times. Where all you gotta do is apply the pressure for like half a lap. Yeah, man. And that's all it takes. Because I'm doing something that's gonna cause me to go to the next eight turns ahead of you, and I'm gonna just skip six of them. Or I'm gonna the wall of death. Something's gonna happen that's gonna be
All
bad.
right,
Because
please don't ride
you
my
know it,
ass for 15 laps.
But you know what? As racing,
It is.
that's what they're supposed to do. So yeah, it's fun, but it's made me better. It's maybe more consistent. I definitely appreciate when I'm racing with these faster guys. And it's like when I first started, I was like, I'm not racing with these fast guys. But that was the best way for me to learn it, especially making that jump. And it was motivation because it's like
Hey,
you felt
Julio.
like you was doing
Oh,
something. You felt like you was doing something, and it was awesome because those guys keep motivating me to keep racing even though they were fast as shit. But it was nonetheless welcoming. And I learned. I gained a lot of time. I've made up a lot of time. So I went from 226 at Malta spot to 221s.
Oh, absolutely. When I first
Within a
started
couple of
driving, I
months.
felt the same way. I didn't want to get out there with all these guys with alien times. And someone talked me into joining a series, and everybody was so much faster than me. I was the back marker on every race for like the first three races. And just getting the tips from them, it was like, okay, so halfway through the season, I started fighting for position, and then I started fighting for points in the series, and I landed on the podium for the series in my first round. I was like, oh my god, this is awesome. And so the next round, I had bumped up to the next uh, the next step. It was instead of being in the AMs, I was at the Pro AMs, and I landed that one in second place. That's how I finished that one. And it's like I like racing with the faster drivers because you're learning from them. And the biggest thing you gotta learn is when they're behind you, you cannot stare into your mirror. You need to check at important points, like when you know you're gonna be closing a door that they might see as open. You gotta just give it a glimpse and see if they're there. But you cannot watch that mirror to see what they're doing because they're going to force a mistake if you cannot focus on your own lines.
And listen, I was a victim of all of that. Everything you just said, I did, and I had to learn the hard way, and I learned the hard way. But yeah, the fast guys is what helped me get where I'm at, and where to the point where they know my moves, and that's why I said racing with each other all the time is a big deal because I can predict what this guy's gonna do. As I'm driving, I can predict his moves, so I know what to do, when not to do it, how to do it. Because I know he's. It's just that what you build. You know what I mean? With these guys, when you keep racing with them, you already know their habits, and you know when to do it and not to do it, and who to do it with. So whether it's going side by side on the corner, going side by side on the corkscrew to a rouge. It doesn't matter what part of the track. Some guys you feel more comfortable than others. It's mainly because your track time
Yeah,
got
that's
with that
another good point too,
with the
because
other
you could
drivers.
be comfortable with a driver going around every single corner on the track except one. You know that they have issues with that corner, and you know to not make a move on the outside, or you know not to dive in because they're going to close the door late. It's one of the best things about knowing the people you're driving with.
Absolutely, and that's why league racing is a big deal. That's why myself, as the owner of IRL, we make sure that we take pride in the admin. Sometimes we may have to cancel some series because either a lack of admin because some admin they still go on vacation, they got a life, this is only a hobby. So short staff is issue one, or lost driver interest or bad timing in the season, vacation time, for most families. So yeah, it's hit or miss in sim racing, especially as league owners and admins. So when we get size grid, this size is a big deal for us. It makes us feel good. It makes us feel like we're doing the right thing for you guys because you guys are interested in it. You know what I mean? So that being said, and all those that are watching and hearing and will be watching, we are going to be kicking off our GT3 series back again. Now that one won't be broadcasted because I just can't sit more than an hour with a broadcast. I'm about to be 50, so I can't do that no more. So we're bringing the GT3 series back. Just won't be broadcasted, but it'll be very challenging. But it'll be different from what we normally run. And it'll be a lot more challenging than the GT4 format because we want to keep this fun on the GT4 where we can help people learn sim racing on the sprints here on GT4. So big shout out to Rig for creating this class here and the sprint format and everything else. But GT3 we're bringing back, and we're hoping on getting a good size grid again. Like we were running 30 grid on GT3s every Sunday. Night was 30 on grid. And again, I was broadcasted. And that one slowly faded away. And again, bad timing in season. With vacations and summertime. But we're bringing it back here for the fall. Everything's back in school and everything like that. So we're gonna be kicking that off here next week. Next Sunday, we're gonna start our trial races. Run it the same way we did the GT4s. And what we're gonna do is hold two trial races and then commence the season on GT3s. And we're looking at bringing that back here. So yeah, if you guys are definitely the registrations will be up this week. Coming up. For the trial races and then the official opener in 3 weeks. GT3 is back. And registrations, like I said, will be available
So,
this
do you
week
guys have a
as
link
well.
to your Discord server on your social media, on YouTube or whatever?
Yes. It's on our YouTube channel here, on our information channel. You can find our Discord link on there. And if anyone's on ACC consoles watching this, you can find us on our YouTube channel here, our information information here. Now our website is under construction, so even though it's on there, it's not live. But yeah, that's where you can find all our social media information there on our YouTube
And
info.
once we
So
get some stuff set up here, I'm gonna add you guys to my description and my YouTube channel, partnered peoples, because you're pretty awesome. Feel free to do the same if you don't mind.
Awesome. No, absolutely. Yeah, subscribe with us, and we'll return the favor to you.
Now,
Absolutely.
I straight up add a
We're
link to you
we're
guys under
community.
my
Yeah.
description. We're partnered channels.
Absolutely. We're a community, man. We're a diverse community. We like to spread the wealth, the knowledge. If you have any questions, be you, man. Just ask away. We'll
Every
guide you in
time
the
I
right
find a good
direction.
community, I have to share it. You guys have been awesome. So
Absolutely. All right. So hey, I'll be here next week. If you care to join me in the booth again next week, we'll be headed out to Spa for round five. Again, we'll be. I think next week we're at the halfway mark. This week was the halfway mark of the series. Yes, because it's only 8 races. So today completed the halfway mark. The second half of the series starts next week. We go to Spa. Then it's Valencia. Then it's Suzuka. And then we're gonna finish off the season at Zandvoort. So that is your next four races.
how big is
Again,
that grid looking for Thursday?
Not sure for Thursday. We're only hosting the Monday ones. I think the Thursday ones. I'm not sure if it's with ARL, or if it's ACC consoles. I can't remember. Ask the community. They'll guide you in the right direction. Not sure. I know it's not us hosting it, but two other might be one of the two other leagues, ARL or ACC consoles could be hosting it.
Alrighty. Well, hey,
Yeah, those are fun as
let's
well.
get back in touch on
Those are
Discord
definitely
after
fun.
this, and we'll work out our streaming thing so we can do this more professionally next time because nobody likes problems when you start streaming. And
Absolutely. And again, thank you for joining us at the last minute, hopping in the booth here. But I had a blast. It was fun. I'm hoping our viewers, even though we had a little bit of technical difficulties, I hope they enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure hopefully our viewers did. I'm hoping your viewers enjoyed it as well. And I'm hoping you all come back next week because Spa next week, man. It's gonna be round five. It's gonna be second half of the season here. And you saw this evening. The points standings will be changing after tonight. So the standings will be different. Come next week. And we'll read them out next
and
week.
there is hot action to be had at Spa for real.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. And these guys, it's gonna be battles all next week. Probably even juicier ones next week. Because remember, there's a lot of room in Spa, a lot of opportunities in Spa. So I don't expect anything less next week. So hey, I had a blast. Next week, Spa, same place, same time. I am your host for this evening. Viewers, please make sure you like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel grow, helps the league grow as well. Gets us out there. But hey, make sure you guys join us again for round five as we head over to Spa for our second half of the season. As we see how this championship is gonna turn out after tonight because as of tonight, the current standings as of before the final standings come out after tonight's race. So currently as we speak, the standings is in first TMX Phantoms with 77 points. In second is Tiger 2000, which is our race winner for this evening. In second with 76 points. L7 XF Bomb in third with 72 points. Then we have a three-way top between Telecom, JLR, and Jackal 2019 with 69 points. And in fifth is Slim Reaper 911 with 62. So that's as of right now. So that's all going to change, and you're going to see people moving everywhere after tonight, after the standings come out, and starting for next week. I'm excited to see where standings are. I hope you're excited too, viewers. And hey, I will see you next week, you crazy birds.
Just as a final good night, thank you for inviting me in here. And if I can make it next Monday, I'll make it. Otherwise, you can check me out this Thursday, throwing my ass in the deep end at Shizuka and see how it goes.
All right. Well, good luck with that. And we'll see you guys next week. Same channel, same time. Until next time, I'm your host, Choco2225, and I was joined by my guest tonight, Tasha, aka Crazy Birch. And we'll see you guys next week. Choco2225 signing out.
All right, everybody. That was
done.
an interesting one. I don't know if y'all stayed to watch it or not. You're gonna have to work on this. It was first time co-streaming with another person that just didn't have time to get things set up. It was a little last minute. Anyway, if you watch, thanks. If not, then it doesn't matter. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed yourself. And if not, check out my other content because it's probably I've done better. I hope you all have an amazing night.